Hi guys, am I audible to everyone? A quick check before I start with the session. Am I audible to all? So there's a chat section. Just quickly put your answers in the chat section. Am I audible to all? We need to start with the session. This is basically planning session for upcoming ACET December 2026 notification by II. So if you are aware, II has recently given their notification. You can see that registrations for ACET have started from 28th July 2026. Registrations will be closing by 4th November 2026. Exam date is 5th December 2026 and date of results is 16 December 2026. Now you know that you have your exam on 5th December 2026. So all those students who are planning their actuarial career from II. So ACET is compulsory to attempt if you are planning from II. So we have multiple societies from which different organizations are part of, and we have multiple societies basically from which students can give exams. But if you want to attempt exam from Indian society, in order to attempt exam from Indian society, you need to clear their entrance exam, which is actuarial common entrance test. Now, since the exam is scheduled for December, so basically if I talk about the the pattern and the attempt wise planning of II, so how it goes is that you have your exams of II in May and October, November. So this time we have May 2026 exams and now the exams are in October 2026. Last week of October we have upcoming exams. Then you can see that you have your ACET in December 2026. So that means you guys cannot give any exam in October 2026 if you have not yet cleared December ACET. So if you are planning ACET December, along with ACET you have an option that you can merge your ACET planning with CS1 and CB2 as well, because now your exams will be in May 2027. And see, if we are starting in August, so we have our ACET on 5th December. That means we have full month of August available, we have full month of September available, we have full month of October available, we have full month of November available. So ideally we have 4 months time to plan ACET, and 4 months is way high time basically for ACET. You should plan along with ACET a main exam, like you should appear for CS1 and CM1, maybe you can appear for May 2027, but planning and studying you can start straight away along with ACET. This will help you to prepare for your main exams as well. Plus this will help you to manage your time as well, because see, if you have 4 months time, instead of devoting those 4 months entirely to ACET, at least CS1 should be planned along with ACET. This is what maximum students are doing and this is what we recommend students to do. So ideally you can do like this: ACET plus CS1 CM1 or ACET plus CS1 CB2. CB2 is your economics exam, CM1 is your maths exam, CS1 is stats exam. So if you are planning for ACET, definitely you should appear for stats exam, because you already have a section of stats in ACET. So this should be our planning for December 2026 and May 2027 II exam. Only ACET is recommended to those students who feel that this career is not for me. See, if you have already decided that okay, I will be giving my exams from II, if you have already made this mind, and if you are very clear with this thing that okay, I will be appearing for actuarial exams only, or yeah, I want to make my career in actuarial industry, definitely there is no going back. Plan main exams along. If you are just confused, say if you are from different field and you just want to appear for ACET to see whether I can do this particular actuarial exams or not, or if you are from non-maths background and if you are planning to enter into this field just to see whether this field is meant for me or not, then go for ACET. Now if I will be telling you first that what all is there in ACET, then I will be coming with this thing that how we at Academic Junction prepare you for ACET, and thirdly we will target that basically what's the procedure and how we will be targeting for the upcoming exams. So I will be explaining you ACET exam structure, I will be explaining you like how it goes. So guys, any idea? So do you know it's an MCQ exam or it's a subjective exam? I want the session to be as much interactive as we can. I want details from your side. So it's a 3-hour computer based exam, and it's an MCQ exam, remember this. Now there are different sections basically that get tested in MCQs. So if you can see on my screen, basically we have maths, we have stats, English, data interpretation, logical reasoning. These are the main topics that get tested in ACET. So you have maths, stats, English, data interpretation, logical reasoning. So this is how ACET structure is divided into different topics. So maths, if you see what all things get tested in maths, we have notation, numerical methods, algebra, differentiation, integration, vectors, matrices, all this is in maths. So how will they test you on stats? Permutation, combination, types of data, different measures of location, probabilities, be it advanced probability, basic probability, random variables, discrete or continuous, discrete distributions, continuous distribution, correlation, regression. So they will be asking us questions related to this. If I ask you English topics, basically you can see vocabulary, whether it's synonyms, antonyms, usage of English, grammar, sentence correction, fill in the blanks, close passage, analogies, reverse analogies, jumble para, meaning usage match, summary questions, verbal reasoning, facts, inferences, judgments, comprehension, everything is tested in this. Now coming to your DI section, tables, column graphs, bar graphs, line charts, pie charts, Venn diagrams, caselets, this is how it gets tested in DI. And for logical reasoning, we have number and letter series, we have calendars, clocks, cubes, Venn diagrams, binary logic, sitting arrangement, logical sequence, logical matching, logical connectives, syllogism, blood relations. So overall, we are aware of the syllabus of ACET, that it is divided into DI, it is divided into maths, stats, reasoning, English. Now the topics which are mentioned on your II website, obviously you will be tested on those topics only. So now you know that from where you have to study or what all topics are expected from you basically when you attempt exam. So these are the topics that are expected to you from you, and these are the topics in which you have to give your 100%. So whoever wants to plan as a student member of Institute of Actuaries of India and wishes to take actuarial examinations, you need to appear ACET. But let's understand the eligibility criteria of ACET. Many students are confused with respect to eligibility criteria. So students who have appeared 12th or equivalent examination and waiting for result can still appear for ACET. Candidate who has passed 12th or any other higher courses can appear for ACET. Any candidate with diploma can appear for ACET. Any candidate with finance or other stream but you have love for maths and skills can appear. Mathematical sciences, maths, stats, econometrics, engineering, management, chartered accountant, cost accountant, company secretary. So this is basically the eligibility criteria that has been mentioned. And some students are always confused, like if we clear ACET now but we want to take membership later, so is it possible? Yes, it is possible, because ACET result is valid for 3 years from the date of declaration of exam result for student taking membership of II. So I want to understand from you guys, any doubts with respect to eligibility criteria of ACET, any doubts with respect to syllabus of ACET? At least are these things clear to you? Now if I ask you what's the passing percentage, if you are appearing for ACET, basically what do they want from your side? When will you be categorized as pass? What's the passing percentage? Any idea, any guesses with respect to passing percentage in the chat section? Guys, what's passing? Yes, perfect. So you don't need, it's a 100 marks exam, but you don't need 100 marks basically. You just have to make sure that you are getting 50 marks. That's basically what is required to clear ACET. Now if I ask you that what's the structure of ACET, you can see it's a 3-hour 100 marks exam, and how many multiple choice questions would be there? 70 multiple choice questions would be there. So there will be 45 questions of 1 mark, 20 questions of 2 marks, 5 questions of 3 marks. And if we understand the allocation of marks, basically the ACET structure is divided into 5 topics: maths, stats, DI, English, logical reasoning. Maths will get targeted for 30 marks, stats for 30 marks, DI for 15 marks, English for 15 marks, logical reasoning 10 marks. And it is conducted in a single day with 1 slot, no negative marking, pass mark is 50%. So this is how the structure of ACET is designed. So definitely the focus is on maths and stats. That is why we always say that, see, if you have good interest in maths and stats, or if you were not able to score good marks in say class 11th or 12th for any particular reason, okay, but I mean you want to appear for ACET, you want to, you have love for mathematics and stats, go for this actuarial. So the profession is definitely outgrowing on a daily basis because of demand for, because we have lot of risk and uncertainty, and as a result of demand for insurance, profession is growing rapidly. And as per II also, there is a strict pressure on II that we need to have more and more actuaries. So there is a strict restriction by the government that you need to produce as many actuaries as we can. So that is why the demand for this particular course is also increasing. Now if we understand, as we discussed in ACET, we have maths which gets tested for 30 marks, stats for 30, English for 15, DI 15, and finally we have reasoning 10. Now how is your structure designed? Basically the course is designed in such a manner that we have content lectures for each and every topic. So if we go through the content lectures, so I have not given content lectures, okay, there are content lectures like 5 content lectures in reasoning. This is not like this. What we have done is, we have given a section of reasoning and all the topics which are there on II website, there is a lecture corresponding to each and every topic. For example, if blood relations is there, so there is a lecture of blood relation. If analogies are there, there is a lecture on analogy. So that means you can be sure that each and every content, you do not have to worry about content basically, each and every content which is there on II website is there on your portal. So that is extremely important because that really helps you to understand ki, okay, how the lectures are designed. So for example, we have DI content lectures. So there is a separate lecture for Venn diagram, for pie chart separate lecture, for graph, column graph separate lectures, table separate lecture, caselets separate lecture. So similarly, for example, let me show you a glimpse of lectures. If you check out our LR section, you have to see one lecture on blood relations, another lecture on number and letter series, one lecture on clocks, one on calendar, sitting arrangement, matching. Similarly, you have English section as analogies, jumble para, English grammar. So this is how lectures are divided. This is how lectures are divided. And so you can see we have math section like this. So this is how the criteria, this is how your structure is designed, that based on every topic there is a lecture for every topic. So you do not have to worry about any particular topic may miss, because there is a lecture for each and every topic. And what we have done is, we have divided each section into 2 parts. One is content lectures and the other one is past paper lectures. So when I say content lectures, that means the rules. For example, say there is a content lecture on blood relations. So what's a rule for solving questions on blood relations? That are there in content lectures. And when I say past paper lectures, that means the corresponding questions from different past papers are there in these lectures. Similarly, for example, there is a content lecture for maths. So what we have done in maths content lectures, basically rules for differentiation, rules for integration are there in these lectures, and the corresponding questions on differentiation integration will be there in your past paper lectures. So is this clear? Any doubts? Now apart from the lectures, what you will be getting is, there will be assignment corresponding to each and every topic. So there is an assignment on DI, there is an assignment on LR, English, maths, stats. Assignment will prepare for every difficult style of question that can be tested in exam. So, extremely important that you are attempting your assignments. There will be solution corresponding to each and every assignment. So, that will help you to understand that how you have to perform, which all questions you have to target upon. So, if you are watching our content lectures, if you have watched our past papers lectures, hardly there would be any question in assignment which you are not clear of. So, let me show you a glimpse of a particular assignment that is there on the portal as well. So, this is how assignments are designed. For example, this is DI assignment. So, you can see there are around 50 questions, 45 questions in DI assignment. So, assignments are already uploaded on the portal. So, once you enroll, you get access to the assignments and you can attempt questions, you can check your questions with standard solutions, we can discuss in the live sessions as and when they take place. Now, apart from assignments, what else is there? Again, we have topic wise tests. So, we will prepare a schedule. So, we will give you a schedule. Based on that, you will have to make sure that you are going through your videos, going through your past paper lectures, everything will be that as per that particular schedule, and based on the schedule we will be guiding you okay, your test is scheduled for this date. So, if you are appearing for the test, you need to complete this thing by this particular date. So, that means in order to appear for the test, you have to complete assignment before. In order to appear for assignment, you will have to complete its past paper lectures before. In order to appear for the in order to watch past paper lectures, you need to appear for the content lectures. So, how it goes is, first you need to watch content lectures, then you need to watch past paper lectures of a particular topic, then you need to attempt assignments, then you need to attempt tests as per the schedule that we will provide you. Now, apart from the assignments, apart from the test, there will be mock assignments. So, in mock assignments, we will be focusing on entire 5 topics altogether, because the assignments and tests will prepare you for individual topics. This mock assignment will guide you for all the topics altogether, as if you are sitting in a exam hall. So, there will be basically 2 mock assignments targeting complete course, and then there will be 2 mock tests near to exam. So, this is how your schedule is designed, and you get access to the schedule on the portal, and we will be providing you, very important thing is that we will be providing you a weekly schedule. Based on that, how you have to perform, like for every topic, which all topic you need to start with. For example, do we need to start with DI, or do we need to start with maths, or do we need to start with stats? For example, do I need to watch DI content, or do I need to watch DI past paper lectures? So, we will be giving you the schedule, and we will be asking you to go through that particular schedule only. We will be focusing on that schedule only. Okay. Now, apart from the schedule, you get access to the complete schedule on the portal, and we will be having tests and everything as per that schedule only. And apart from that schedule, we will be getting weekly targets, like how you have to proceed. So, everything is there on the portal, it is just that you have to utilize it to your maximum. Plus, very important thing is that we will be connecting on a regular basis, where we will be discussing different questions on the spot live. For example, you will be getting a schedule every week. You will be getting a schedule ki okay, this week we have a discussion for this particular topic, this week we have a discussion of this particular topic. So, as we start with our live sessions, we will be meeting regularly, where we will be discussing questions related to different topics. So, one good thing is you do not have to spend your time on doing any self study, because entire content is there on the portal, and all the past paper lectures discussion is also there on the portal, plus whatever difficult topics are or whatever difficult questions are, we will be discussing each and everything live. So, you need not be worried about anything, but before attending any session live, we will ask you to complete certain targets before. So, for that you will be coming with, say, watching of videos. For example, if I ask you okay, there is a session scheduled for DI next week, in order to attend that session, I will be giving you target, okay, this is the content lecture that you have to watch, this is the past paper lecture that you have to watch. So, once you enroll, you will get access to our session schedule as well, on which particular date which session is scheduled, so that you can plan your commitments. So this is how we at Academic Junction will prepare you for ACET. We will have live sessions as well, where we will be discussing difficult questions. We will have live sessions for your doubts discussion as well. We will have lot of videos focusing on content, focusing on past papers. For the material, we have assignments, we have tests prepared topic wise, then we have mock assignments which will be all together. Finally, we have mocks which are again all together testing you in complete exam style manner. For every test that you will be attempting, each and every test of yours will get evaluated by our side, and you will get detailed feedback on that. That's extremely important. For example, if you are choosing a particular option and that option is wrong, so why you choose that option, we will be discussing that in our test discussion sessions. So this is how your schedule is designed. So now any questions with respect to planning, any questions with respect to how to proceed? Now, as I suggested, if you have time, just don't waste your time only appearing for ACET, at least plan CS1 along. And if you are not good in maths and if you have picked ACET just to see whether you will be able to do or not, just make sure that you are revising your 11th, 12th basics of maths. If I guide you of the topics which are required from your side in order to make sure that we are ready for every ACET class. So basically, I want you guys to understand basics of these particular topics of maths and stats, that is permutation, combination, algebra, differentiation, integration. At least these topics should be on your tips because 11, 12 basics have to be clear. Now, there are certain students who have cleared 12th a long time back and are picking ACET. So, it's up to you. If you want to revise on your own, you can revise on your own as well. Plus, we have a course which is specifically designed for I would say non-math students or students who just want to revise their basics of 11th and 12th in order to prepare themselves for actuarial exams. So, we have a course that is pre-actuarial refresher program, that is PAR. So, in case you feel that you are not ready for maths and stats, or if you want to revise your basics of maths and stats, you can check out this course on our website that is all about maths and stats. So, that is pre-actuarial refresher program. This is not recommended basically if you are very well with maths, if you have scored 95 in maths and if you are choosing II Society, you need to give ACET, but then there is no requirement of PAR because you already have very good basics. This is only for those who feel a refresher is required, or for those who feel basically that they have not done 11, 12 maths and want to revise each and everything from the 0 point, then you can check out this course on our website. Now, there are certain doubts which I can see on chat section. So, one student is asking, as I said, Harsh, classes will be live, so you don't have to worry about that. So, Diya says, I have taken PARP and ACET both. So, PARP and ACET will not collide, Diya, don't worry about this. So, PARP and ACET will not collide. PARP will be taking place on weekdays and ACET will be on weekends and weekdays both. So, depending on the schedule and depending on the batch that basically you have enrolled for, we will be designing in such a manner that either we are keeping the classes late evening, so that even if you are from college, because maximum students either will be from college or they will be working professionals. So, even if you are college from working professionals, say we will keep class around 6 p.m, 6:30 p.m, so that maximum can attend, or we can keep it on weekends. So, this will be decided based on how maximum students are asking for the schedule, based on the availability of students. So, everything will be decided, so don't worry about this. So, you can come to center. If there is an offline session, you can come to the center first thing. You need to watch videos because this is a professional course design. In each and every professional course, there is a need to watch videos because in live sessions, the focus is on revision of content and focus is on discussion of questions. If we do the same content again and again, that is already there in the lectures, that will not make sense. If you have joined a particular institute, obviously you have joined to discuss different questions. These professional exams cannot be cleared only by going through the content. Content is not even tested in exam, and neither is content a part of like I would say ACET course. But 10th is done just to make sure that you are revising your basics, just to clear up your rules before attempting questions. And in live sessions, we will be focusing on attempting questions, we will be focusing on revision of content, we will be focusing on doubt sessions too. But obviously, there would be requirement to watch videos so that you are well prepared for the content that is discussing in live class before coming to the live class. So, I hope guys your doubts are covered. Any other doubt that you want to discuss with me, anything which is not clear? Now, since notification is out, so we will be giving you the schedule of tests and assignments so that you know by when you have to complete what. We will be giving you schedule of live sessions too, but as I said, in order to attend a session live, there are certain prerequisites that need to be completed. So, that is why you need to complete certain videos before attending a particular session live. And if you are planning for December 2026, just make sure you are starting straight away with ACET preparation. There should not be any delay. You can start with ACET plus CS1 CB2, you can start with ACET plus PAR based on your background. Okay. So, okay, then with this we can wrap up for the day. If there are no other doubts, stay tuned for notifications, be active with the community notifications. Each and everything will be there in the community. As of now, just start proceeding with DI lectures. The thing that you have to target is proceed with DI lectures. So, okay then, that's it for the day. Thank you.